Look at the crazy shit they have in real life.
And off we
You
go
know, put
from
it.
Denver.
Wherever we in
And
the
start
end of
this
the game,
drive
man,
just
it is.
across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
You know, I put all in on YouTube. Oh my God, on YouTube. I just put these in. Man, they was good shot.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. And the defense closes quickly there. We'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
We can say it. We hear like Alabama
Here's
still in.
Hicks. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Nix to the air. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They're going. It's Nix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. First down, here's the run with Cook. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Broncos' 42-yard line.
Here's Allen to throw it. His throw incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Allen. He'll try and do this himself. Trying to fit it in back over the middle, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Riley Moss. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Now it's Nix. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. In motion to tight end. Here's Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big fella go. He may go. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Evan Ingram, 83 yards. And the Broncos take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
Extra point through the Snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Good play, girl.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
First down, Bills.
From the gun, it's Allen. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Coleman. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
At the 41-yard line.
Now Allen. A quick throw.
This man ain't hold the fucking ball.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
3 yards. And the Bills, 1st down.
Again, it's Cook. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 12 yards that time and a Bills 1st down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Now a give running right. It's Cook. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. And now they'll throw with Allen. Here's a diving catch right side. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. Now Cook running right. And he'll get about 5 here, so take this down inside the 20-yard line.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
13 yards on the play. That's good for Bills. 1st down.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. James Cook. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bills are an extra point away from drawing level. Prater for the extra point. And we are tied at 7.
Cook, the second lead running back. Who the lead running back? Do you know? Is it Taylor?
7 now as they kick it away. And the mile high air full of
I know. I watched the highlight. They
touchdown.
said Cook was the second lead running back.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, I think you're not
Good shit.
I think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll swing this out to Harvey. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Nick's going to give to Harvey.
Oh, good shit.
Brought down to the back of 42.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Off the play fake, here's Nix. He's got his target, that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, 41 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point. Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. After the touchdown, wants to kick it off. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time I look and repeat that in Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack it for a loss of 9. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver.
Oh.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 14 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 9. Throwing Nix.
A short throw to Ingram. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw is Nix. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd down and 6.
Operating from the gun, Nix. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And 6 yards to
Good
go.
defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
They'll look to throw again.
Oh, I'm out
To
of
the
play.
running back, R.J. Harvey. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort
Appreciate
gets
that.
him the first before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 8. And the Broncos, first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Nix to throw again. Now, man, and he hits him in stride. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
Out of the gun, they go with Harvey. And he's going to be met down the line of scrimmage and taken down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Again, it's Harvey. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And they will move up by 10 now. 17.
How many y'all doing, bro?
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go and try and put some pressure on the defense.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And 3rd and 8 now.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And a find the open man. That's complete. Down to the 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Josh Palmer, 73 yards. And the Bills are back within a score.
And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed,
Kills.
speed, speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from a bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The 40-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Off the play fake. Nix.
Wide open receiver complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Over the middle into traffic, and it's complete. So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 22-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
This is caught. He's into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Evan Ingram with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos add 6 to their lead. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. The game they comes out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, snow here.
They've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They do go for it. Here's Allen. And he is caught. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dalton Kincaid, 65 yards. And the Bills take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Extra point good by Prater. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Boy, they're down only one score. Still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. Second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. We've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second and 10. Looking to throw. Nix. A quick throw there is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Nix. Open man right side is Ingram. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field Don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. On the sneak, it's Nix. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
You don't often see a sneak on 2nd down. Usually that's reserved for a 3rd or 4th down call. But the element of surprise was not with them, and they returned back on that attempt.
In motion right is a running back. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
That's a good idea for them.
Evan Ingram on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he pushed it right. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he returns this to the 22. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Oh, no.
Continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Broncos will take over possession here up at the 44.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Throwing to start the drive. Nix. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
You put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
Now a 2nd and 10. Nix from the shotgun.
Oh, fuck. Push it.
Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeout.
But it's that there's no effect on me, I ain't gonna lie.
23 seconds to go till halftime.
I'm barely seeing them motherfuckers.
To throw, here's Nix. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Franklin. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
And he's got it. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside.
And he'll get in.
Good shot.
Touchdown, Denver. R.J. Harvey as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead.
Makes the score. Broncos 37. Bills 29. Will Lutz to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one.
And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
A final shot before half for Allen. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he bats it away, and it falls down.
Yeah, good shot.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Rocky Mountain snow looks like it's going to continue through the second half as we are back underway in Denver.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some change? Nowhere to go here. He lost the ball. And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
This shit
And
over.
they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
So it's kind of more of the same offensively. This was a team needing to come out in this third quarter with a little fire. Instead, they put the ball on the ground.
And you know that has to be the discussion at halftime because they're down 2 scores. We've got to come out with a little bit more urgency than we had in the first half. Now that urgency falls on their defense because they can't fall down 3 scores and hope to come back and win this game. And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine me.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. R.J. Harvey, his second touchdown of the night. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the second time in the ball game.
And Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now.
Right here.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Yeah, you're right.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Hey, well, let me pick a play. Oh, there you go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
3 yards. And the Bills first down.
They run it again with Cook. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Getting the ball is Cook right left. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. From the 35, here's a 2nd and 9. Allen now looks to throw. That's caught by Kincaid, working the middle of the field. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dalton Kincaid with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bills get a bit closer.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2.
The Bills are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
Allen going to try and keep it. Nowhere to go here. He wants the football. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, huh?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Nix to the air. Throw left side complete. That's Harvey. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, Brand, if we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bills will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They start the drive with Cook. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To the air, Allen. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And off balance through there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Come on, bro. I hit triangle. That's it.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's
Good D,
throwing
cuz.
it to the other team. That's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Good shit.
And it's complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Good shit.
Marvin Mims from 4 yards out. And the Broncos take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2.
The Broncos will line
They'll
up
look to
for
throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good.
Broncos 50, Bills 27. Will Lutz to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Allen. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Riley Moss.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
Oh, man, I can't. Good guys, bro. Oh, we can run it back, bro. Not in the snow. I can't see shit.
The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Oh, okay. The snow and do it. I can't see shit. I can't see him until when the ball when you get the ball. Then I know when the ball is when you hit here. No, you good. That's it.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay.
Yeah, I should be back. Cause I'll be dropping the girl off. Yeah, I should be back. Alright. Good game.